This week on Getting Deep, we spoke about history, dark comedy, and determinism. And if you don't know what determinism is, it's a really easy way to say it is it's destiny for nerds. Yeah. And my guest was Molly Kerr.
There was one joke that stuck with me, stuck with me, which was, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's a man is in his friend's shop, and he's selling. It's like a fire sale, and these customers keep coming in, and they're like, "How much is this?" And it's like $1. How much is this? 50 cents. What about this? $2. And then his friend comes in all flustered, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm doing to your shop what you've been upstairs doing to my wife."
Ah.
And I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Fucking. Like, he was fucking it. And because I was able to put two and two together. And I was probably 12. And it was so naughty because it was at a church gathering, and it was my grandparents who are very they don't swear. And I was like, fucking's the word. No, I didn't say it. I was wanting to. I was like, guys, the word he's looking for is fucking. But I really liked that. And then my grandfather, because he was sort of second ranking in the church.
Yeah. What do you mean by second ranking? Like priest or something? Or
so he wasn't a priest, but he would preach, and he was organizationally the 2IC.
Okay.
And the treasurer and stuff.
Oh, okay. So okay. There we go. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So we were in the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
So there'd be the officers who were normally a husband and wife team, and then my grandfather was the corps sergeant major and the treasurer, and the officers would change every few years, whereas my grandfather would stay with the corps. And he wasn't, I think the word's ordained or whatever. So he wasn't a minister.
Yeah.
He's a layman.
Yeah.
But he was, the second in charge, and would the main leader of the church, because he was always there. But he'd give speeches, and he'd preach occasionally, and he'd always put jokes into his preaching.
Yeah.
Or anytime he'd make an announcement, he'd always put in some jokes. And so I just thought that was normal. If you're going to give a speech, you had to put in jokes.
It's an easy way to get people re-engaged.
That's very true. And so he would have these massive joke books that he'd take the jokes from, because he wasn't writing. Is that your phone? I thought it was mine.
It's going to ring, and I'm like, if I don't get rid of it, it's going to keep going.
Yeah. I was like, is that my phone? I'm just going to ignore it. But yeah, he was had these massive books of jokes, and I would then take them and start reading them, and I'd take them to school, and I'd read them out to my friends, and they'd get very bored after the 7th, 8th joke.
I used to get hell bored with them joke books when I was a kid. I used to get 101 jokes to whatever, and then I'd be like, crap, these jokes aren't funny.
Oh, I would often, I'd read them, and I'd be like, that's disappointing. But if I found a good joke, then I'd be circling it and oh my gosh, this is so funny. But I was sort of obsessed with the jokes, but I still didn't know that it was a thing that I could do. I didn't know I could make up a joke.
Well, after I've got a joke book in there now that's one that just came from an op shop.
Yeah.
I was reading it. I was like, who writes this shit? Who? This is dumb.
Well, I think a lot of them are jokes that are they're from sets. They've been written by comedians, but they've just been
butchered.
Well, they've been kind of stolen and made more generic. So jokes that I'm struggling to think of a comedian from the 50s, but the kind old school comedians, they've got a whole bunch of jokes, sort of like vaudeville, because in vaudeville you wouldn't have had people really writing their own material. They would have been recycling jokes that they'd heard, and they'd be taking the best from, they'd listen to the other sets and they'd take the best, and then they would perform it in their own way and they try and make it their own show, but the jokes are all recycled. So like the material wasn't the important thing. Like it was important in that it got the joke, but it was accepted that you would joke steal. That's just how it worked. It's
ridiculous part. So bad.
well, but it was the system. Yeah. It's like if we suddenly decided that you couldn't do a theatre show unless you wrote it yourself. A lot of people would go, what? But what about Shakespeare? That's like already there and is brilliant. It's like, yeah, but no, that's Shakespeare and you're copying. It's done. You're joke stealing. If we started...
Well, you can't do that with jokes now. Like you can't.
No, you cannot steal jokes now. You cannot. Even if you have come up with your own premise and your own joke, independent of somebody else, but by coincidence they happen to be very similar, people are like, oh, well, one of you going to have to retire that or like change it a bit.
I don't know if that's true.
It's definitely like people will give you the side eye if you've got a joke that's too similar to somebody else's.
In WA or like everywhere?
I think that's like I think in WA.
I've heard it in WA a little bit, and I'm kind of like, look, just don't do the same joke. If you're on the same night and you've both got a joke that's similar, don't do it at the same thing.
How do you decide that? Like rock, paper, scissors? Like
no, just whoever's up first does it first.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Tarbo and Jay Raymond have a joke. I'm not going to say what it is, but they've got a joke that's very similar.
Yeah.
And every time they're on the same lineup, if Jay's on after Tarbo or Tarbo's on after, they're like, oh, he's done that, so I can't.
Yeah.
But it's similar, but it's different.
Yeah.
But it's similar enough that it's got the same elements that you go, it's like, this will look like I'm copying.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's not because it's different, but just go fuck it.
Yeah.
But then if you were to delete it just because it's got similar elements, you're really deleting so much. And you're refusing yourself to make that joke better. Like what if someone does it that's like crap?
Yeah.
And it's a one-liner and that's it. And you go, oh, well, I've got the same premise. You know, well, one of us has to retire. Yeah, fuck up. We can both do it. Whoever gets better at it and, eventually sells out theatres, they're keeping it.
Yeah.
Like it's their joke too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same train of thought happens. It's impossible to not.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you get it in music all the time. Like there's obviously times when people have just stolen bars.
Yeah.
But there are also times where people have come up with different, like totally different songs, but they've got the same key change or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, that's just how creativity works. Sometimes it's going to be like the same thing happened with the theory of evolution. It's just like people are quite similar and come up with the same ideas all the time. I
can't imagine that everyone's going to have different thoughts all the time.
Exactly.
Like in sales, I deal with lots of people. Mm-hmm. The more you deal with lots of people, the more you realise that people are very similar.
Yes.
So similar. You're like,
a bit predictable.
Why?
Yeah.
Can't you be a little bit different, please? It does help with sales, but you're like, oh, this person's like that person. Okay, I know what to do.
So how do you apply that knowledge in sales?
What, like people being the same?
Yeah.
It's just like racism. I know this is going to sound really, really bad. It's like, it's not racism, but you know how people be racist? They'll be like, oh, that race, they all do this.
Yeah.
If you do that with people, it's like stereotypes, I guess. Racism is probably really, really extreme.
You just like went to the most extreme version of
that's how I look at it. I go like, you fit in that category of human being.
Okay.
Cool, you're there. Like, and you work that way.
But how do you apply that in sales?
Like to each person. So I just have like groups of people that I know how they work. Like you could call.
Are you like, okay, this person I'm going to be able to upsell to the.
I just know how to communicate with them.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So like, if I know they do this, it usually leads to them doing this, this, and this. So I go, cool. That way, I know if I talk to them in that way, I'm going to get what we both want out of this.
Okay.
I know that they're going to waste my time if they reply with certain things. Like there's people that are scared to buy stuff, but they want to buy stuff, right? So they'll inquire, but they're like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, I just kind of want to get a price. Oh, and you're like, all right, so what I need to do with you is dig the information out of you.
Yeah.
Instead of giving you the price, because I give you the price, you're going to walk away and then you're going to be walking around with a number going, I don't fucking know what to do with this.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, all right, cool. So what exactly are you looking for? Like, what do you want? Oh, I just want to get a price. I understand you want a price, but I can't give you a price unless I know exactly what to give you a price for.
Yeah.
I could give them a price.
Yeah.
Straight away. I could be like, it's in between this.
Yeah.
But if I just go, what is it? And then I start digging the information, they start talking, they start getting it out, they start feeling comfortable, and then we can get to the core of what to give them.
That's also really helpful because it's building rapport and trust with you, and it's like already developing a relationship. So then when it comes to the point that they're like, oh, okay, yeah, actually, I do want to go forward with this decision. Do I go and find someone else that I have to explain all of this to again?
Oh, no, there's no chance.
Or-
They'll be like, what's the price?
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, walk away.
Yeah. It's like, or do I go with Darcy? Because, like, he's already got all the information and he already knows how I feel about everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just the more you deal with people, the more you can like go, cool, you're like that, cool, you lead to this, it goes down that path. So racism is the easiest way to go. It's blanket. Like people are like, oh, you're an Indian, you like curry.
Yeah.
Whereas I would like, oh, you're shy. That just means I've just got to be really lazy about this.
Yeah.
That's there. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Categorizing people. And it seems pretty mean, but
No, like
that.
profiling people is done by everyone. Everyone profiles.
you have to
I mean,
in sales.
I probably don't profile people, but that's because I just lack that systemic thinking.
Oh, okay.
I am very. I was talking to Martin Darcy about this the other night. I was like, I feel like I need to do like a comedy roast so that people can insult me and I can figure out who I am on stage.
Doesn't help. I got destroyed the other night.
But I feel but
It didn't change anything. I was like, oh.
I feel like because if I had to roast you, for instance, I'd be like, you're a person who makes good jokes. Shit. Like,
Oh, so you can't be mean enough.
oh, I
unless
can be
someone's being
mean.
back?
Oh no, I could absolutely be mean if there was something mean about you. But like, there's nothing obviously. Like, I can't pick on you for anything. Like, what is there to pick on you for? But if you're like cursing people out on the street or like being a cunt, I could pick on you then. I could be
Because you know I'm bad then, but before you know I'm bad, you can't.
exactly. Like, there's nothing. But audiences make a normal audience member is making assumptions about you. They are profiling you, and one of the like best openers is making a reference to what they're seeing and what they're profiling. So if you're able to say, yeah, I'm Molly Kerr, I look like I'm fun, but really I'm a ballerina. I don't know.
How do you not instantly go to short jokes then?
I do. I like anytime that Chris Pacillo introduces me, he always puts the mic up really far. So then I have to like reach up to pull it down. And that's a bit of physical comedy based on the fact that I'm a short ass. But
Probably just putting it at a normal height.
Okay, if you don't want to take my word for it, I know whose side you'd be on in a rape. No, sorry, I went too far. I went too far.
Don't worry, it's not the worst thing's been said on here, so don't stress at all.
That's right, I wasn't stressed. No, but I don't know what to say about my comedy, like because my being short. How does that affect?
No, but that's a thing that they're going to make a judgment on.
Yes, I know, but I don't know how. I don't know what to say about that. Like, what assumptions do people make about short people? So
they can't reach things.
That's true, and that's also true.
Yeah, well, that's.
It's true that people think that, and it's also true that we can't.
Well, you could be like, I know I look like an old kid.
That's good. That's quite similar to Hayden 2 Years' bit about his colleagues at school, the staff, being like, why are you out of uniform? And that's funny because it works because he works at a school. I could make a bit, I think I used to do a bit like before I started comedy again. I have a feeling that I did a bit about like taking my stepdaughters to school and getting told to line up with the rest of the class.
Yeah.
Because I was shorter than most of the students.
Yeah. See, that's an angle because you can be like, I obviously don't look like a kid, but fuck, I kind of do.
Yeah.
And then what else is short people? Can't reach things. So, I mean, you could be doing something about like not ever being great because you can't reach the ceiling.
I
or
can't.
something.
Yeah. I'll never reach great heights.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yeah.
Got there.
We should just make this a writing session for me. Thanks.
But what would I tease you about? Well, you've got like 4 kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the minute you're like, I know I don't look like I can do much, but I did create 4 humans.
Well, I only created 2 of them.
That's ignore that. You still got 4 kids, all right?
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to actually have created them all. You can
Yeah.
still, people are like, don't you have 4 kids? Yeah, I've got 4 kids. You're not
Yeah.
lying at that point. I create big things. Or you could be, either of you, they're too young yet. I was going to say, if you got kids taller than you, you're like, no, I don't look like
Oh,
I'm
I
destined
do
to
have,
be-"
no, my 2 stepdaughters are both taller than me.
Yeah, no, but I was thinking like your younger kids.
Oh, yeah. Hector's probably not far off being taller than me.
Yeah.
He-
Oh, then the joke could be pretty much like, I've got a 7-year-old and everyone keeps thinking I'm his girlfriend.
Oh, his girlfriends are probably taller than me.
Oh, there you go.
They're so tall. The kids at his school, like he's probably average height, but there are some very
Monsters.
very tall kids in his grade that I'm making we're on eye level.
That could be it. You could introduce yourself. You'd be like, look, you've probably seen me dropping my kid off to school and thinking I'm his girlfriend, but I'm not. All right? Fuck off. Stop thinking that I'm fucking a 7-year-old, you sick fucks.
I just retired a pedophilia joke.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do them. People think it's true. They just look at me and go, maybe you did it. I'm like, fuck
Maybe. I retired one and then I came up with another one, which I can't recall right now. But I'm like, no, I need to just leave them down until I'm funnier.
When you've got kids, it's like easy to come up with jokes.
Yeah.
You're like, what's the worst thing that can happen to them? Someone fucking them? Okay.
Yeah.
now I can make a joke about that because I don't want it to happen.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah. But
I
everyone's
just-
like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
No, you don't get it.
I feel like it's people without kids that are
Yeah,
the most precious about it.
Always. They're like, you can't say shit like that. They're mine. I can do what I want to them.
I mean, not legally.
No, but that's like, me and my friends have that as a joke between us.
Yeah.
It's like, I can fuck my kids, dude. They're mine. I own them.
Jesus Christ.
It's not going to happen.
No, well, I hope not.
No. But it's just like when you say that in front of people that don't have kids, because I've got a mate, 2 of my mates would always say the worst shit we can in front of
Yeah.
other people. They were like, let's get rid of these people in this conversation. Just say some fucked up shit and they'll leave.
Yeah.
And it'll be stuff like that. And you're like, oh man, don't you have to go to home with your kids? Nah, fuck them. It's like, you do fuck your kids. I'm like, yeah, bro, they're mine. I'm allowed to. And then people are just like, what the fuck is happening here? You're like, oh man, fuck you. Go away.
I
Don't like this shit.
I feel like there's a dark sense of humor that you engage in as a parent because, like, the reality is that there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen to kids and it would wreck you. Like, it's the worst thing that could happen.
Well, how do you not
kind
be
of
prepared for it if you don't think about it?
Exactly. It's a way of like mentally being like, how can I, troubleshoot before this happens? But also, you go there because it's the worst thing, and then you have to comfort yourself. You have to find
fucking play with it.
Yeah. So you just have to be like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke about this. I'm gonna act like it doesn't bother me. It would be the worst thing that it would break me as a human.
If someone fucked my kids, they're getting fucked.
Yeah.
For sure. Unless they like it. And then I'm going to cut off their dick so they can't ever get fucked and glue their butthole shut so they're fucked. It'd be like, it is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But then you're like, that's it. If I have to think about this, I'm not just going to sit here and stew and be shitty.
Yeah.
Because that's no fun.
Yeah.
I've just been an angry person.
I think also people that have experienced trauma or like difficulties are more likely to process horror things with a sense of humor as a coping mechanism. And also because they've experienced shit, they can, and often like the whole reason that they're functioning now is because they have a sense of humor. So
they can get past.
They can get past stuff, and they're like, oh, I can look back at that and see that it was funny, like from a certain point of view. So
it's still fucked up. You're like,
it's fucked. Yeah, it's
I can
fucked
laugh
up.
about it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not happening now.
Exactly. So it's like I can laugh about these awful things happening because they haven't happened. It's not like we're going to go out and make those jokes to people who are actually victims or suffering.
I mean, if they're in the crowd, sorry, but not sorry. Like, this might help you get there. It is what it is.
and like for some people that might actually help. Like it really, I when my brother died, he's my twin brother and he died when we were 17. And for a few days, I could not tolerate anyone experiencing joy. Like if
Yeah, because it made you pissed off that someone was happy even though the worst thing happened.
Exactly. I was like, how can you just carry on like the world has not ended? This is ridiculous. You're a bad person, random at the corner of the street. Like, not even people I knew, just random people that I was watching out my window. I'm like, you're bad because you don't know that the world has ended. And then within a week, I was making jokes at my brother's expense.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just... that was comforting to me. Like,
well, you were talking about him, and people weren't being annoyed that you were talking about him.
Yeah.
Like, if you joke about something that's fucked up's happened to you, people can laugh with you.
Yeah.
But if you just come to a conversation like, hey, when I was a kid, I got jumped on like 100 times, and people used to kick shit out. People were like, have this conversation with you.
Yeah.
Sorry? Like, fucking, what do you want? A pat on the back? Like, fucking, I didn't do it. I can't help you. Like,
I actually do want a pat on the back, actually. That would help.
But you don't like, I don't know what to do when people bring problems to me. I'm kind of like, yep, that happened.
Yeah.
Let's joke about it.
I feel like I have endless sympathy and pity and compassion for people suffering. But for myself, I don't want people to pity me. I want them to admire my strength and my stoicism. So I want them to be like, wow, Molly, you're amazing. I can't believe how much you've suffered and yet you're still like really cool. So
I've never thought about how people see me with the things that I'm just like, I just want to laugh at it. Like,
no,
leave it alone.
I want them to laugh at it so that they
So that you survived it good.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, look, she can make a joke out of it. She can do anything. I can't. I'm a fuck up. But having that, I feel like that's my avenue to acceptance and belonging, is being admired for not being as fucked up as I could be.
Yeah.
And a sense of humor does that.
I've got a story of like someone dying. Well, it was my ex's best friend.
Yeah.
Killed herself while we were on holiday. And then when
Terrible
we got back,
timing.
Oh, it was I think it was planned.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't stop me. It's really weird to say it, but that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
And when we got back, we caught up with her husband. And I just I'm retarded. Like, I would say shit, but it was like every second sentence I said, he would be able to bring it to a death joke.
Oh my God.
And it was killing me. I was like, dude, this is not fair because it's funny.
Was he doing it on purpose?
Well, it's everything I said. Like, the kids were playing with these little light things, and I was just like, oh, go into the light so you can see what you're doing. And he's like, yeah, go into the light. And I was just like, dude.
Oh my God. That's dark.
It was everything. And it was like everything I said, and then it was like, boom, next thing was another death joke. And I was just like,
well, because it's like obviously what was on his mind.
yeah. And it was just somehow everything I said was just another thing related to death.
I'm sure
he was linking it back.
anything that you could say could be related back to death.
Fucked. And I was just like, it was funny, but I was kind of like, your missus is dead.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be like, cut it out, dude. But I was kind of like, I can't laugh, but I want to laugh. You're fucking killing me.
What would have happened if you'd laughed?
Well, he was laughing when he was saying it.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
you're like, this is not my place to laugh.
I have to feel bad here. This is bullshit.
You should have just laughed and seen what would happen.
Do you know what the worst thing was? The same guy. I'm so fucking dumb sometimes. I've got a shirt that says kill yourself on it.
Oh, Jesus.
And I went to her birthday party a year later was like a,
Like a memorial?
Yeah, with that shirt on. And like,
yeah,
mate's like, you should take that shirt off. I was like, what? It's a fucking normal shirt. It's fine. She didn't say it's because it says kill yourself, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe that's not the right shirt. And I was just like, what's wrong with my shirt? It's fine.
Yeah.
You didn't click at all.
Yeah.
I got there and he's just like, good shirt, eh? Pretty fitting. And I was just like, fuck.
Jesus.
Done it again, dude. I was like, have you got a shirt I can borrow? He's like, yeah. I was like, cool.
That is terrible. I can't believe you did that. You're a bad person.
I didn't deliberately do it. It just fucking happened.
Yeah, right.
And
No, you were getting revenge on him for all his death jokes.
He was killing me. They were hilarious, but it was so fucked because I was like, this is the hardest I've had to hold in anything. No smirks, no nothing. Just like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
I think I did. I think the light one was the last one because I remember I was like, stop doing that, dude. Like, fuck.
Did he stop doing it?
No, he didn't. But that was the last one that I remember. That got me the worst. That was the one I kind of like
couldn't let it out. It was like fucking, I think it was like 5 in a row as well.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
Just relentless.
it was pretty good,
Yeah.
but I imagine, I'm like, yeah, maybe if my wife died, I probably would have done the same thing. I don't know. I would have, for sure. I would have been teasing that shit within seconds.
Yeah, I think my daughter had viral meningitis and like she was fine. But within like the first week of her life. And I thought she was going to die.
It's like late-term abortion, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Well, I like in between crying and being like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, I was also making dark jokes with my husband. And like, I think we might have even done the late term abortion joke. Like, I can't remember exactly what they were, but it was very much just if something happened, it'd be like, oh, that's like her brains or like whatever. Just like, oh, this tastes a bit spicy, like her blood. Like, because they thought that she had sepsis.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were devastated. Like I could barely eat. I wasn't sleeping. I was just stressed out of my mind.
Yeah.
My little boy, you know, was not even 2 yet, and he's really like confused. Why isn't the baby home? And why isn't mummy home? Like mummy was home and now she's back in the hospital with the baby. What's going on?
Yeah.
And my stepdaughters were like, just looked like ghosts. They were so, you know, like my youngest would be. No, so,
Got it.
yeah. But they just looked miserable because they knew she was sick. They didn't know how serious, but I think they suspected because like
It's a
everyone
baby. They're not meant to be sick.
Exactly. So yeah, it was very stressful, but we were still making jokes about it because that's how you cope with if you've got a certain personality disorder.
Just have to laugh at fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely, there's like a sweet spot, I think. Like when my dad died, me and my brothers went to collect his ashes from the cemetery, and the whole time we were just making dead dad jokes, and it was just fun. It was just a bonding experience.
Yeah.
Like it was solemn, but then the dead dad joke started, and it was just brilliant. It was one of my favorite experiences with my brothers in adulthood. I was like, yeah, thanks Dad for bringing us together.
What's I mean? There's a movie. One of my favorite movies, a movie called Hesher. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I don't think I have.
It's pretty like not watched.
Yeah.
The speech he does at the end, and he's talking about how he blew up one of his nuts. And he's like, I had this car, blew it up, and then he's all pissed off and shit. And I looked down one day taking a shit, and I seen my other nut. And he's all happy about having a nut. He's like, it still works. And the whole basis of the story, because the whole movie's about this kid and his dad, whose mum's dead.
Yeah.
The kid's mum's dead, and the kid's suffering, and the dad just becomes a junkie. And then he's just like, I still got one nut. Like, your mum's dead, your grandma's dead, and I got one nut. Like, you still got a dad, you still got a kid.
Yeah.
And it was like fucking genius. Like, he's just going to look on the bright side. And that's,
Yeah.
you know, that's the case. You've got dead dad in the car, but then you got your brothers. So you're like, oh, we still got each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That was the longest way to get to that point.
I think, isn't that the point of conversations, taking the long way around?
I don't know. I've got one friend who will make anything 20 minutes when it's 30 seconds.
Are you talking about me?
No.
'Cause I'm right here.
No. He knows because I cut him off. I'm like, I know the story. I'll tell it. He's like, fucking okay. And his mum does it to him,
Yeah.
which is hilarious because I've been in his house when his mum starts ranting. And he's just like, fuck up, mum. This is why I'm like this.
Well, yeah, my mum and my grandma are exactly the same. We all have the same storytelling style, and they drive me crazy because they will repeat the same things over and over again. I'm like, you've already told me that part of the story, Mum. Thank you. Like, yes, I know you said that about 3 minutes ago, but then when I'm telling my husband and children stories, I will do exactly the same things with zero self-awareness. No, I think it's because I'm not listening to myself.
You're just allowing it to happen.
Yeah, I'm just allowing it. I'm just allowing the story to come through me. I am but a vessel for the story.
Yeah, you're not like, I got to orchestrate. You're just like, just go.
There's no structure. It's just flowing through me. So yeah, I just drive myself crazy. I drive my kids crazy, and my mum drives me crazy, and her mum drives her and me crazy.
So it's just revenge, really.
Oh yeah. But now my kids have the same story style. So I'm like a little bit proud and also sorry.
The question is, are you going to be pissed off at them when they're older and they're doing it to you?
I already get annoyed.
Does your mum get annoyed at you?
No, she doesn't really. Because
I reckon she's got used to it.
I don't think she listens well enough to realize.
Yeah.
But also
So you're upgrading a little bit. You listen to them, so you
Yeah.
get annoyed. But
Yeah.
You're not listening to yourself. Maybe your kids will learn to listen to themselves as well as
Yes.
everyone else, and then the cycle will break.
yes, maybe. One of the main things as a parent that I experience is just like remorse for all the shit that I've given them to inherit. I'm just like,
Really? I don't get that.
I'm sorry that I fucked you up in all these myriad of ways.
I think of it as a bonus.
Really?
Like, yeah, well,
Like
I
character
kind of
building?
feel like I know where all the fucked up things are, so I kind of know how to make them better.
I try and do that a little bit as well.
So I'm like, I know that you could do this, but I can show you how not to.
Yeah.
So therefore, you should be better than me. Because I find it really weird. Do you ever get like annoyed at parents that are pissed off that their kids are doing good? And it's not like they're not saying, "Oh, I'm annoyed," but they'll do things that will stop the kid from getting further. Like,
Can you
ever
give me an
noticed it?
example?
Like a certain parent that plays a certain sport has played a certain sport their whole life, and they'll force their kid into that sport, and their kid won't be doing good at that sport, which obviously means they don't like it.
Yeah.
And then they'll stop them from doing things they like to do that sport. So you're hindering their ability to get great at something they like because
Yeah.
you want them to follow your footsteps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be annoying. I don't think I've seen it a lot.
I've seen it with other things, not sport, but like sport's the easy one to explain it.
Yeah, I
Does
think.
my head in when I say it. I'm just like, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it that much actually. Like I know that it's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
It's definitely like it's a real phenomenon, but I can't really recall a
I find it
case.
with like jobs. Mostly that's where it is. Like I remember growing up with people where their dads were like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this.
Yeah.
School does it too, but it's worse when it's parents. You actually give a shit about your parents. Well, some people do, I don't.
Yeah.
So I don't count. But other people, like, they would follow the footsteps. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if you've got no direction, cool, but...
In my family and like my social sphere growing up, it was very much just like, oh, you want a job? Wow. Oh.
So to step up.
So that's just like that was the standards were very low, and so anything above just like meth addiction and unemployment was like, yeah, go live your dream. Like, I mean, I definitely from my grandparents felt pressure to be a teacher, but
Are they teachers?
no, but my mum was a teacher.
Okay.
But she
Do you reckon
burnt
they
out.
pressured her to be a teacher?
No, she really seems passionate about it, but she burnt out before we were even born and went and smoked pot and nimbin for years and then like had my elder brother and then came back to WA. So she is still passionate about education and if you've got any pedagogical questions, she's your person. But
You say pedagogical?
yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
So, like, related to children and education, like raising children and being aware of their needs in a sort of educational setting. So, it's like best practice for children and education. Yeah.
Cool.
So, it's sort of a holistic,
I've never heard that word before.
yeah. Well, I started doing a teaching degree.
Ah.
I dropped out in like the last 6 months. I didn't do my last.
I don't want to
crack.
fucking do this shit.
Yeah, I was just having a mental breakdown. But now I have, oh, I wish. No, I just don't have anything to show for it though. Like I've got a Bachelor of Arts and I majored in Italian and history. But
Italian, like, speaking?
sì,
Is that a thing? Can you major in a language?
sì, infatti.
Why? I didn't know that was the thing. This is like just speaking a second language. Can you major in... I suppose you can major
Sì.
in English. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. Of course you can major in English. That's a
Non
whole
posso
subject.
parlare in italiano bene, però posso...
I have.
Chiedere per
I speak zero
una
Italian.
bevanda. Sì, lo so.
So what did you say then?
I just said, I can't speak Italian very well, but I can like ask for a drink. But I don't know if I asked for a drink or if I asked for a cup. See, I've already forgotten.
So what is that? You've forgotten just because you didn't know it, or like?
Just because I like vocab. I know the structure more or less, but I forget the vocab. If I don't use it, I just forget.
Yeah. So how do you get a bachelor's in is it just in being able to speak the other language
So
efficiently?
you just have to study it for 4 years.
So can you
or
go
3
to
years,
uni
maybe.
and like, if you say I spoke German just perfectly, could I go to uni and be like, give me a test so I can get a fucking bachelor's in German?
You would have to still study it for the 3 years,
That's
and you
bullshit.
would be studying a stream. So I studied the intermediate stream, but you would have to go into the native speakers stream, which would have probably a lot more to it as a degree.
That's bullshit.
So for
I think that's bullshit.
Italian, you have to do it's like a bit of Italian literature as well. So like we did Dante Alighieri's Inferno, and
Dante's Inferno? Is that what that was?
yeah.
Yeah, I know Dante's Inferno.
So
I actually want to get a big ping stick on the wall.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's
The original, like-
bonkers.
Yeah.
it's
It's awesome, but
really, it's just like fan fiction, but everything back then was fan fiction, really.
Well, you
like
know.
Jeffrey of Mon, because my other
fiction
thing
of
was
hell.
yeah, exactly. But like Jeffrey of Monmouth's La Storia or Historia, he wrote about King Arthur, but I think there's a lot of self-insertion because he's writing after the time of King Arthur, who didn't exist, but he's writing as if he did exist. And then he's talking about his own experiences and sort of and the current political system and how that relates to King Arthur.
Yeah.
And then who was the other one that did? Oh, I can't remember. This is years ago, like 15 years ago, I think, that I finished my degree. But I really enjoyed the history component until I was trying to do a medieval early modern history degree, but then the university ran out of medieval and early modern history units for me to study. So then I had to do some modern history units, and they are boring. So
The word modern and history shouldn't be.
well, it's like
In a
so
sentence,
medieval period is like from 500 to 1500. Early modern is from 1500 to 1800, and then anything from 1800 is pretty much considered modern.
Okay.
So the
Invention of the car is modern history.
yes,
Okay.
and
What about future history?
future history.
I'm just
You're
throwing out
messing with my
random
brain. The future history is robots
Wormholes.
and physics.
Wormholes.
Oh man, do you know about determinism?
What do you mean? Like
So like the
I could make up what I think.
science. Sure, make it up. Let's play that game.
Well, I assume it's just like the wanting to be determined, like a religion of being determined. You're a person that's always determined no matter what you want to do, and that's a religion. You believe in being determined.
Okay, that's a good guess. Determinism is I don't know if theory is the right word, but
I thought.
I'm going to go with theory because I think it's appropriate. But the theory that everything from the Big Bang is determined. So everything is
So it's like fate.
basically, but it's like you have no free will.
Yeah, fate.
There's no
Destiny.
choice. Yeah, it's destiny, but like without the sort of supernatural overtone of it's meant to be.
Exact same thing.
It's exactly the same thing, but it's got
It's got a more professional word.
yes.
This is determinism. This isn't destiny.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. That's what it is.
But like destiny still gives you like a sense of free will because it's like, oh, well, you need to make these choices to reach your destiny.
No. Destiny it's fate. It's all in place. You have no choice. No matter what it is you do, this is what's going to happen. Destiny is a really good excuse for sucking at life. But this is my destiny.
Yeah. Well, this
People
is
try to believe that their
this
destiny
is my
better than it is.
determined reality.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I
excuse.
I hate it, but the more I read about it, the more arguments there are for it, and the fewer arguments against it. And
I've got a very good argument against it.
Oh,
if I
please.
stand up and punch you right now, is that your destiny?
apparently,
No, because that's a choice I'm making.
you think you're making it.
I'm definitely making it. I'm not going to do it. That's why I'm choosing
the
to not
argument,
follow the destiny.
but the argument would be that what set you up to punch me was a chain of events. It's like the domino effect. There's a chain of events that have come to this moment where you've decided that you have to stand up and punch me to make
don't you think
the point.
it's easy to use that as an excuse?
I think, of course it is.
It's
but
the best excuse ever. No, this was predetermined. Everything's predetermined. So anything that you aren't good at, predetermined. Anything that you failed at, predetermined. There's no benefit to having this as a thought process.
Yeah, it's extremely, I think it's nihilistic.
It is.
The proponents for it don't call it nihilistic. They're like, no, it's just like, it's just this reality. You don't need to get upset about it. I'm like, but I am upset.
But they're not getting anything cool done, right?
No, they're pretty accomplished scientists a lot of the time and philosophers.
Nah,
You're like, that does not count.
you're a nerd.
You're a
Fuck
nerd.
you.
Nerd. As a nerd, I find that offensive.
You've been in my house.
Yeah.
I'm clearly a nerd. but
Yes.
I'm
Nerds,
I'm not a nerd that believes in destiny.
No.
Destiny's for losers.
Yeah, no, I find it very upsetting because I was like, oh, well then.
You know what?
I don't know.
I've got an argument. I've got a way to make this
Okay.
look good. Okay. Every scientist accomplished that is using determinism as a reason is because they've failed at the science they wanted to be great at. So they've gone, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the theory of determinism up. And I'm going to say this is what I was determined to show the world. And this is what's going to make me seem great because I can't be great any other way because I was determined to suck.
I hope you're right. However,
I'm just to disagree with this forever.
I am not that confident in my own intelligence so as to undermine theirs. But
No, this is just belief systems. This isn't intelligence. This is just how dumb are you to believe dumb shit.
I mean, I'm pretty dumb, but I find that the whole argument of, oh, well, you know, if you can just excuse anything, like you can use that as an excuse if you believe in determinism. It's undermined by the fact that we don't know what the future is. So the fact that we don't know what our destiny is means that we can't really use that as the argument because we still need to strive for our goals. And it's only after the fact that we can go, oh, well, it's because I didn't do anything. But
why would you? I mean, it's so crap. Like you're like, I've got to strive for my goals, but it's my destiny to do it. Is the easiest way to become someone who doesn't achieve great things. Because if I go, it's my destiny to be a professional comedian after starting at 35s, I can go play Sony right now.
Yeah.
Because it's determined already. And then I'll go play Sony and not write jokes.
But
and not fucking.
I think you can use.
And then when I fail, I'm like, I was predetermined.
But I think you can use like an educated guess as to and make a prediction or a hypothesis as to what would be the result of you going to play video games instead of working on your craft.
But
and then
it's predetermined, so who cares?
Okay, that's true. And like, I'm not arguing with you because I'm on your side. I 100% agree.
Oh, no, I don't think it's an argument.
Because
I'm just going to keep going back worse.
But I like to try and not with anything. Like if someone's like, Trump's the best, I'm not going to go and try and find arguments for why Trump's the best. I'm like, no, you're a fucking dickhead. But if it's something that has a lot of robust not ethical, but scientific and philosophical arguments for it, I want to engage with that and I want to find out. But I hate the idea of determinism. But the idea of the opposite, that everything's chance, is not better. Like if
everything's chance.
If everything's just chance and like there's a 50-50 chance of anything like flipping one way or another, that also undermines free will. So I'm like,
you can get better with chance. With chance, you have a chance, right?
Yeah,
you
but
only
if it's
have a chance.
okay,
you
but
can get
it's
better-
random.
Yeah, random.
It's a quantum flick.
Not everything is random.
Okay, but
Think of it
there's
this way. If I throw this bottle 150 times,
Mm-hmm.
I'm more likely to be able to make it land upright. But if I throw it once, I've only got one chance as opposed to 150 chances.
yes.
So it is a chance. It's random, yes, but hard work can lower the chances or create more chances to succeed.
Yes.
So therefore, it's not totally random.
But on a quantum level, if everything's random, then that's not good for free choice either, was my point. But your point is also valid.
Yeah, because you can work further, you know?
Yes.
If you go like, I only try everything once, yeah, then everything is chance.
Yes.
But if you perfect, you get better, you work on it, you increase the chances. Therefore, like, what is there's a saying about what luck is. Luck is hard work presented with the right opportunity.
I like that saying.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's like if you put in enough work, you'll be good enough at it, and then when the right opportunity comes, you'll be able to take it. But if you didn't do the work and the opportunity arises, you fucked.
Yeah, I
no
have
chance.
that happen all the time.
Yeah, but if you can notice the opportunities, then you know for next time to be prepared for it.
Yes. Well, that I'm 100%.
I've been in that spot before.
Yeah. I saw an audition and it was an open casting call because normally, like, I had an agent, and then after a few years after I had kids and me being like, yeah, no, I'm not going to go and be an extra for 8 hours and have to get a babysitter when I'm getting like minimum wage and I'm not actually doing my craft. I'm just like a glorified clothes horse. Like, that's not what I want to do with my time. I'm a new mum. And so
The idea of being an extra, like, so you can get in with people.
yes, but that doesn't ever work.
Okay.
So, like, this is
haven't
one of
done
the
it, so-
things. So this is one of the things that I was talking to you about. Well, I was talking to you about before that I get in trouble for complaining, right?
Yeah.
So I was. The story I told you was in one of my first jobs, I was a role player, and I think it was my first day on the job, in the morning before we'd even started our work, we were all just in the meeting room waiting to be told what to do. And I think they used to have something like they'd give you a free lunch, and at the police. So I wasn't even at the police. I was at the prison doing role plays.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sounds nice. And they're like, yeah, it's so annoying that they don't give you free lunch anymore. We're like, what are we supposed to do? We have to like go and pay or blah, blah. And so like I had never had a free lunch, so I was not missing it.
You were just like,
But these two people who happened to be my supervisors, and they were good friends of the person who ran the business and I owned and ran the business, they were complaining about it. And I was just trying to be empathetic and was like, oh, that's a weird thing that they would change that when it seems to work so well for you. And then they went and told the boss, oh, Molly was complaining about not getting lunches at the police. And I was like, I did not complain. I was just like
I was
empathizing.
playing a role.
Yeah, yes, I should have. Also, it was like the supervisors who were complaining, and I was just trying to fit in, actually. And I was told off. I was like, never complain. That is so unprofessional. How dare you? And just like totally, the tone of our working relationship from then was just ruined. Because in the lead up to me working for her, lovely, super nice.
But maybe she was a bitch and you just hadn't seen it yet.
I think that was probably the case because it did not take much to flip the switch.
Yeah.
But in other scenarios, complaining has, like, no, it doesn't work out well for me.
Do you know what? I don't actually. No, that's wrong. I do think it works out well for some people. I don't like complaining unless there's a solution to the problem you're complaining about.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I won't come to you like, hey, this sucks. Unless it's something that genuinely sucks. I'm like,
Yeah.
this sucks. This is what we can do to fix it.
Yeah.
That's always what I'm kind of. Instead, of just going, that's crap.
Yeah.
So just like, what are you going to get out of that?
That's just being negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is complaining, and complaining has its place in some.
Yeah.
But if you can come up with a solution on top,
That's
when that gets shot down, you're like, oh, you suck. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I tried. I
Yeah.
fucking tried.
yeah, I don't think absolutely. I will complain about stuff just to vent, but in sort of acting professional situations, it usually will backfire one way or another. So one of the ways that it had backfired was also I did a bit of extra work and fucking hated it because it was sort of so. The people that do extra work are like the open micers in comedy.
Yeah.
So it's the people that are not like they will do volunteer work. They're not getting paid a lot of the time.
Just trying to get foot in the
They're just trying to get a foot in the door. They're trying to get their faces seen. They're trying to network, and they're trying to just like appease and just like be part of the community and like be known as like, oh yeah, helpful person. But what the people making the films want is just for faceless bodies to just shut the fuck up and go be like, just do what they fucking
be in the background.
Just be in the background. They don't want you to stand out.
Yeah.
They don't want you to distract from what they're trying to do, which is tell a story. And so and then the people that are like the extra wranglers, they are just stressed and they don't have time to deal with your shit and your dreams and
You don't matter, really.
You don't matter.
Yeah.
And so whenever, like I've made friends on sets that I still like have today and they were friendly, but they were the exception rather than the rule. That was because that individual that I happened to meet is a great person and is really cool.
That's always the case.
Yeah.
You're never going to like assume that you're going to get along with everyone when you're there. You just got to find one nugget and you're like, sweet.
But it would not be honest to go, oh, hey, go and do extra work because you're going to like meet the crew and network with the director and stuff. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
The casting director will never see your face. The director is never going to notice you unless you're doing something wrong, and then they're going to be like, you're on their shit list. So you don't do that job because you want to be an actor.
Yeah.
You do that job because I also did it in Vancouver, and that system was way better because they just got people who wanted to be paid to sit around and eat and hang out with other people and who didn't particularly want to be actors. So there were a bunch of people that did want to be actors that were also doing it, like me, but the majority of them were just literally like people off the street that, and they're just like, I'm getting paid because it would all be paid over there. And
so realistically here, they're incentivizing you with shit that you can't have and they don't want you to have.
Yeah.
To try and save money. Whereas if they just used money, they'd be like, cool, we get what we want.
Yes, very much.
Standard life.
And yes, and it's like much cheaper to do it this way, but is less reliable because over there, all the extras go through an agency. They're all paid. I'm sure that they've also got indie stuff that is not paid.
Yeah.
But even here, like things that are funded and that are not like really indie are still being. They're still getting free extras, which I really don't agree with. If the rest of the crew and cast are being paid, you have to fucking pay your extras.
I mean, if they're in it, why not?
And this is one of the things that I would complain about and be like, you have to pay your extras, especially because they do shit like not feed us and then go, oh, sorry, we just ran out of food. I'm like, so what are you going to do about that? And it's like, nothing. We ran out of food. It's like, okay, so can we go and get food? No, we need you to stay here because we might need you for the next shot. But I don't have any food. I haven't eaten since this morning. Yeah. I need lunch. This is a human right. I'm not being paid to be here. But if you leave, then that gets back to your agent. It gets back so
you're just treated like shit.
You are treated like shit as an extra.
Awesome.
In WA. This is from 10 years ago. I don't know if it's the same now. But certainly that was the environment 10 years ago. You were just shit. It was not worth it.
So you're like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I did it in Vancouver because I had an agent who was representing me generally, and they're like, can you go and do this as well? And I was like, I'll do anything for you. Like, I love
You're
you.
hooking me up.
Yeah, and also you're paying me, so I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
And that was fun because I got to do some celebrity spotting as well. I saw one of the actors from Battlestar Galactica and the woman from House. I think Lisa Edelman. You didn't watch House? Oh, okay. What about, is it Gian Garofalo? It's not Gruffalo, I'm sure.
Gruffalo's that big brown one.
Yeah, I know, the Gruffalo. Who's afraid? Anyway. Yeah, so she was a bunch of famous people. The Flash, do you know the Flash?
No.
Justin.
I know who the Flash is because he kidnapped someone. And
not that one, the not problematic one.
Oh, no, I don't know that.
Oh, okay. I saw the not problematic Flash,
Okay.
and was like in the background playing pool, being like, look at me, ha, ha, look. And I'm in like my shoulders in the shot for a second. But that was like, and that was fun because even though we're just sitting around, we're getting paid and I'm getting to know some of the other actors on the scene and they're all like, we're all kind of coming up and it was fun. And I was only there for a couple of months. But that I felt like that was worthwhile.
You're actually getting somewhere, you felt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm making my rep happy. Like my agent's like, yeah, cool, you're doing something that's good. Whereas here, I was still expected to do non-paid work. And even when it was paid, I was like, but I have a child now, so I have to prioritize a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I said, oh, yeah, I don't actually want to go and be on set for 8 hours and leave my baby at home like that, and I don't actually have anyone to look after my baby, like I'm their mum. They're like, why can't someone babysit? It's like, because I'm their mum.
Is this how what the world is sometimes?
Yeah, like I don't want them to have a babysitter because I had my baby so I could be their mum. I want to be around them
parent,
actually.
yeah.
If there's something that is going to further my career or that's really artistically and creatively rewarding, then please sign me up.
But extra work, fuck off.
But extra work, fuck off. So, yeah, that after a while, my agent was like, Molly, we feel like you might want to go and find out what else is out there. And maybe you feel like we're not a good fit anymore. And maybe you would like to find other
I
representation.
don't know why they don't just be like, "Oi, we're done.
Yeah.
We're not going to get you any more work."
Yeah, I was just like, you never got me any work anyway. They got me like 2 auditions for commercials, which I mean, love commercials. If anyone wants to put me in a commercial, but like nothing really, not the creative kind of thing that I was looking for, which is not their fault. Like there's not, in that period anyway, there was not a lot of creative filmmaking going on in WA. It was mostly commercials.
10 years ago, it was fucking, 2014? Oh, yeah, we had some money then.
Yeah, well, yeah, there was money, but not for the film industry, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when there's money around, that's when things start.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, yeah. So I wasn't getting anything out of it anyway. So when they said that, I was like, well, fuck you, shitheads.
So what's kind of the deal with getting an agent? Like, do you just go and find some people that are going to do some shit for you? What's the...
Who you know, not what you know. So I got my agent who was beautiful, just like totally neurotic but lovely. And I got her through, and like she was old school. She'd been doing it for decades.
Yeah.
And then I had written to her a bunch of times. I'd written to all the other agencies a bunch of times, and they were all like, I'm sorry, our books are full, which just means
No.
And I kept doing indie films and student films and community theatre, trying to build my resume. And then it was only when I started working for the role-playing place that one of the actors there was like, you don't have an actor, but you don't have an agent, but you're such a good actor. Like you should have an agent. And she went to her agent and was like, hey, you need to like audition Molly, get her on your books. And so because her actor that she already had worked with, and she'd gave me, like, she put in a good word for me, that then because of that referral, she saw me. And I was so nervous for the audition. I had to audition live for her. There was no like self-taping happening. And she was like, okay, yes, you're quite a good actor. You're young, you're pretty, you're thin. Yes, okay, I'll sign you up. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad that I'm those things, I guess. Like, wouldn't want to be old or overweight or not pretty, I guess, even though you said I was a good actor. But yeah, on the balance of things, she decided it was worth it. And I think it's just because my friend had recommended me.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't, it was determined. And if she hadn't have done that, like, I don't think she would have even bothered seeing me.
Yeah. Yeah. But then what did she do from there? Like, what did she actually, like, got you a couple of, like...
She just... so she actually drove me crazy at first because she would send everyone every open casting call. So even if it wasn't appropriate for you, everyone on her mailing list would get these, like... things. So it's like, I need males between 17 and 21 to come and audition at like 3 o'clock at this place. And I'm like, I am not those things.
Snip.
Yeah. But like my inbox would be constantly filled with these emails, and like only once a fortnight would one be remotely appropriate for me to respond to. So that was sort of demoralizing, but what I didn't realize at the time, and so I was taking it for granted, the gift that she was, is that she was an extremely proactive agent in that respect. Because lots of agents are just like, it's not, I can't automatically think of anyone, so I'm just going to just pass this along. Like I'm not going to pursue that. And then she was also, the reason she was doing that is because she was also looking at, like, for the more higher profile jobs, putting out specific people. So she would be doing a lot of that work, and she would put me forward for a bunch of things. I never got anything.
That's part of the gig, but isn't it?
Yes. So I'd audition, and they'd be like, yeah, I think we're going a different direction. Like, thanks for coming, but you're not Irish enough. Like, that was one of the things I got. I was auditioning for a film where I was to play an Irish girl, and I was like, well, this is perfect, for I am half Irish. And I look...
Not full Irish.
They're not full Irish. But what they wanted was, because I've got dark hair and brown eyes, and what they wanted was a blue-eyed redhead. And
they wanted someone Scottish.
Yes, exactly. I was like, that's a Scottish lass you're looking
different.
for.
You want a ranger.
Yeah, like, because, like, there are redheads in Ireland, but that's not really most Irish people are, like, dirty blonde or brown. Like, they don't...
Scots are more orange.
Scots have the redheads. So I was just completely incredulous that I didn't even get a call back. I was like, but I am Irish. You can't say I'm not enough of what I am. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well, this is like people saying that I'm not Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
I'm 1% Jewish.
1%?
Yeah.
That's probably about the same as me. No, I don't know what I don't think I've got any Jewish.
So, like,
it's
legit.
I don't have...
It's ridiculous, but it's legit.
I've never done, like, the DNA test for myself.
I only did to find my dad. That was it.
But my little brother did the DNA test. Did you find your dad?
I did. He was dead, but...
Oh, my apologies.
Not your fault. I would have killed myself if I found out I was my son too.
Oh, that's so awful. After my dad died, my brother that had been adopted out at birth got in touch with us and was like, hey, I hear that our dad died, but I think I'm your brother. And we're like, what? That checks out, because dad was a mega slut.
That was mine.
Yeah, so we would like, we think this is most likely true. Also, you look like us. But because it was happening at the same time as my grandma had just died and we were in the middle of selling her estate, we were like, is this a real thing or is it just someone like who's heard and is like scamming us?
Yeah.
Like his story checks out, but like it was just the timing was just a tiny bit weird. Even though nothing about his claim, like everything rang true, I was like, pretty much as soon as he said it and showed me a photo, I was like, oh yeah, you're my brother. But because of the timing, we were just like a tiny bit cautious.
That was the same as me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so like I did this DNA test. I got the results back. I found a first cousin. I sent them a thing through Ancestry. They didn't reply for a year. And then when they did reply and figured out that I wasn't full of shit, they're like, oh, sorry to let you know your dad died a year ago.
That's fucked
So the
up.
exact month that I sent him a message, my dad had like just died.
That's terrible.
And that's like, they were probably like, yep, trying to get something.
Yeah.
But after I spoke to so I found out I had a brother and 2 sisters after that.
Yeah.
I spoke to them and they were like, I don't know if they can't have money.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why anyone thought you were trying to get anything.
Yeah.
I don't think that dude had anything.
Yeah. Well, that was, if he'd done it right after Dad died, I'd be like, cool, you can split the bill for the funeral. Like, cause, yeah. But it was so surreal because I'm like,
that timing is, it's weird how that stuff lines up sometimes.
But he was my little brother and him both did the DNA test and it came affirmative. He is our brother. But in the meantime, he also got to see, like, it does the genealogical ethnic breakdown. And we're like, I don't know, 48% Northern Irish.
But he's got a different mum?
He's got a different dad.
Wait.
So my little brother has the same mum as me.
Yep.
My big brother, who was adopted out, has a different...
Oh, the one that was... Okay.
Has the same dad,
yeah,
but a different mum.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, that's... I'm confused about which ones.
No, I got it,
I
know now.
Yeah. So my little brother, we have the same parents, he did the breakdown. And the thing with DNA or like genetics is that even if you have an ancestor who is a certain ethnicity, that doesn't mean that you're going to inherit it because the inheritance is random.
Yeah.
So it's more like shaking a box of marbles and then like
no.
you pour out a bunch.
Shaking the box of marbles of the people that are in it.
Yeah, yes. But like when you pour it out, it's not necessary. As long as you have the right number of marbles that come out, it doesn't matter how many and which ones are left in. So you might not, I could have a Scottish grandmother. I, in fact, do have a Scottish grandmother, but she was of Irish parents. But anyway, so we have mostly Irish, and then the rest of it was like Scottish, Welsh, English, and Belgian.
Well, I've got 4% Swedish, Sweden, Denmark.
Yeah, I think we're the same, and I assume that's just the Vikings that were getting around fucking everyone. But I'm like, okay, I will assume that my DNA will be the same, even if there's an ancestor that's represented in mine that's not in his or vice versa. It should be roughly the same.
Yeah. Same parents.
Yeah.
Should be the same.
But it sort of confirmed once and for all that we were not Jewish because so when I've done...
You think you were Jewish?
Kind of.
Okay.
So I've done this bit on stage, but basically my grandfather, my dad's dad...
Was a tight ass.
No, he was very poor, but I don't think he was a tight ass.
How do you think he was Jewish then?
No, well, because he married a Jewish woman.
Oh, okay, yep.
And he was supposed to convert to Judaism to marry her, but he didn't because the rabbi had said, oh, what's your parents' names? And apparently he did a genealogical assessment and he said, based off your genealogy, you're actually Jewish already, so you don't need to convert. And so we don't know whether this is something that the rabbi made up or for my grandfather.
You're not allowed to be Jewish.
Well, no, just because he let them get married. He let him convert but he never had to do, because you're meant to study and do like a full
Everything
course.
chopped off and fucked around.
Yeah, and he didn't ever have to do the course or anything, but he changed his name. So his name had been Robin Morris, and he got it changed to Reuben Mosh. So he changed his name. He became a Jewish guy. So I do have a Jewish granddad.
Yeah.
But I don't know how Jewish he was. Like, because
He was married Jewish.
He was married Jewish.
Yeah.
And
So that's still Jewish.
yeah.
That's probably more Jewish than me, technically.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't my dad's mum that he married.
Okay.
So this was after when my dad was nearly an adult, or was already an adult.
Oh, so his mum was like step.
Yes, this is his step.
Step Jew.
Yeah, so his stepmom was a Jewish woman. So my step grandma was Jewish,
Yeah.
but I never met her because she was heinous. Not because she was Jewish. She was she was just a horrible person.
Yeah.
But she
Jewish.
no.
Come on, it was right. I had to do it.
But because she was Jewish, and she had a daughter already, so my dad's stepsister, and then she had a baby with my grandfather, so my dad's little half brother, and my dad considered his half brother his brother. He was just like, "Yep, that's my brother," the same way that I do with my half brothers. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't."
They are.
Yeah, those are my brothers. I don't call them my half brothers normally, except to clarify for outsiders. But for me, they're just my brothers.
Even it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like the only brothers and sisters I have are half.
Yeah, but you don't
have
need to
any
call them that.
No, I don't.
They're just your brothers.
It's weird.
And sister.
Even though that my brothers and sisters probably don't know that each other exist. To be fair,
Yeah.
I didn't know that they existed. So
It's fair. But my dad's other brother and sister, so from his mum, they have the same mum and dad, they don't consider him their brother. They're like, no, he was our stepbrother. Like, they don't consider him their brother.
not half.
No, they don't.
Okay,
consider
yeah.
Like, he is their half, but they're like, no, he's not really related to us. And I think part of that is because after the separation of my grandfather and his wife, she then claimed that he wasn't the father, and was like, no, I cheated on you, that you're not the dad. And
So like, fuck that bitch.
yeah, so my dad was
Fuck that other kid.
yeah, but he never disowned him. He was like, no, he's my son. You can't, I don't care. I've raised him. And my dad took the same. He's like, well, I'm not going to exclude my brother. Like, I don't care who his dad really is.
Still
like,
my brother.
He's
Still
still my
grew up
brother.
with him,
Yeah. Even though they weren't close, that he was still inclusive. And he also reasoned that because after the marriage broke down, my step grandma took my uncle into Melbourne and was hiding from my grandfather and the police.
I was gonna be like, why?
Yeah, no, okay, so
It was after him.
backpedal. So basically, my step grandmother embezzled millions of dollars, I believe. I can't remember how many.
Say it
I
again.
think it's
Typical
8.
Jew.
No, it's not because she's Jewish. Because
It's
her daughter, also Jewish, was the whistleblower. So
Did she get any financial benefit out of that?
not from being the whistleblower.
Oh, okay.
She had death. Her mum threatened to kill her. So she had to go into
that's not
police
typical
protection.
Jew.
No, so she had to go into police protection, and she'd done the right thing. I think she was the treasurer of the business that she ran. It was an investment,
She
a
was the treasurer?
superannuation.
Typical Jew.
No, hey, my Irish grandfather was a treasurer too, and he's not Jewish. And also, and my uncle. Also not Jewish, the not Jewish one. He was a treasurer as well. We just have a lot of money in our family.
but
It's not because of a Jewish.
The one that stole the money? Jew.
No. The one that stole the money was
Embezzled the money.
the one that embezzled the money was not the treasurer, but she was Jewish. But that's not because she was Jewish. She'd set up this superannuation for women, and then instead of investing it, was just scooping off.
Siphoning it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Just like a bank.
yeah, left a lot of
Jew
people
bank.
very left a lot of people really disadvantaged. And
Shit.
but
she's
it
a
wasn't
shit cunt.
anything. It wasn't anything that like Scaife and who are the other fuckwits? Like lots of people had committed similar, if not way more severe, white collar crimes and got away with it. And so she was kind of scapegoated to a large extent.
She was the, what do you call him? The fall guy.
Yeah, like I mean, she was.
They were trying to make an example of her.
Yeah, they were making an example of her. So she went to prison. She became best friends with Catherine Burney. Do you know who that is?
Yep.
When she got out of prison and Catherine was still in, she took Catherine a birthday cake and was in the newspaper. Like terrible judgment. But she
She's probably like, if I get Bernie to kill my daughter.
Could be, yeah. No, I think her daughter. I think they're fine now, or they were by then. But
keep your enemies close.
Yeah. But it was because of my grandfather's marriage to her and his conversion to Judaism that my dad and mum would tell us that we were Jewish and be like, look, because it's matrilineal. So technically my mum would have to be Jewish for us to be Jewish. But and same for my dad. Like his mum wasn't Jewish, his dad was Jewish. Yeah. So he's like, look, you're not Jewish technically, but you are of Jewish descent, and you're Jewish enough for Hitler. That's literally.
He would have killed her.
Yeah, that's like literally like my mum would be like, if Hitler found out that your grandfather was a Jew, he'd make you wear a yellow star, and and send you to a camp.
You can be gassed too.
Yeah, exactly. And she would this is when we were really quite small. She was telling us about the Holocaust and about the persecution of the Jews, and so she and we're hiding in furniture and shit, trying to the Gestapo are coming. What do you do? And we're like,
what? It's just like a crazy game for kids. This is like hide and seek. Jewish edition.
Yes, exactly. It was really fucked up.
That's quite hilarious.
So then...
Was she preparing you for something? Was there some kind of bad shit that was going to happen?
Look,
she was getting you ready?
Mum believed in the New World Order. She was a conspiracy theorist. Okay. Which, funnily enough, the more you...
That's why she's like, we're Jews, so you're safe.
Well, but you know about the pyramid of conspiracy theories. Yeah. So all roads lead to anti-Semitism. Yeah. So
pretty much.
So what I found ironic, because she's not anti-Semitic, but she was obsessed with us being Jewish children. She gave my brothers
so you were safe.
Well, no, because she believed that we were going to be persecuted, but then she also would subscribe to all these conspiracy theories, which when you would see them to their natural conclusions were fundamentally anti-Semitic.
You know what that is?
That's cognitive dissonance, stupidity. I don't know, any answer would do.
So if you want to go to the top of the conspiracy theory pyramid and go why is it that Jews are to blame for everything, and why is it the Jews are the ones that do everything, but they're the ones that have lost so much, is because it's a way to hide yourself. Hiding in plain sight.
Okay.
If you think I'm the bad guy, I can't continue to be the bad guy, right?
Yeah, I think...
If you think I'm the victim, I am the easiest person to be the bad guy. That's the idea. That's why it happens that way. That's what people believe.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm not in this boat.
I don't think that's my mum's perspective. Okay. She genuinely, because she's a Christian, but she has a genuine sort of Jewish mysticism connection to the Lord, which...
What? Does that work?
Well...
Yeah, okay. You know what Jews believe in compared to Christians?
Yeah. She believes in Jesus, but she also is she would read the Old Testament and wouldn't be oh, well, that doesn't count anymore because of the New Testament, which is a justification that a lot of and she would tell us Bible stories from the Old Testament, and they were sacred, and there's a lot of sort of traditions that she would talk about that have sort of a Jewish origin, and she would really... she was very comfortable with Judaism, and it was the only religion outside of Christianity that she was. If you were a Jehovah's Witness, she would abuse you. If you were
That's pretty standard, but that's pretty standard for all other religions.
well,
so
okay, but if you were Mormon or Wiccan or
See, Wiccan, that makes sense, but Joho and what's the Jehovah's Witness? I just call them Johos because it's shorter. And
yeah.
Mormons, they're like the same but different. Everyone hates them.
yeah, 7 day Adventists.
They're like Jehovah's Witnesses for TV.
Evangelists, Potter's House.
You know what Mormons believe in?
Yes,
It's hilarious.
It's-
I think it's the best shit ever.
it's loopy, man. It's
awesome.
It's so loopy.
Imagine thinking a 13-year-old found some gold tablets. That's so cool. Religions are pretty funny.
Religions are pretty funny. They're all crazy. But like objectively, they're all just so loopy.
Stories.
They're all just stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although something that's really interesting is like the deluge story that like it's in the Old Testament, Noah and the ark.
The deluge told you what? What is that?
So the flood, the story.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
flood.
yeah.
So the flood myth is worldwide.
Every single religion, every
Like-
single old thing that's very
Yeah,
obvious
and-
that a
and-
flood happened.
Yeah, and it's like the details vary. I believe that there's one is it
Every religion has spoken of the flood.
Gilgamesh?
Yeah.
I think it might have been the Gilgamesh.
Yeah, the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, but I think in that one it is described as just being a local flood that destroys that tribe or those tribes. So it's not described as a worldwide one. Whereas there are others where it is worldwide.
Yeah,
which
every
is
religion
most of them.
speaks of a great flood at some point
Yeah,
in there.
but
Yeah.
they all describe it as happening at different times and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I
That's because they're idiots and they're all trying to line shit up when they're all just got no information. Like, imagine you're trying to line up an old text with another old text and you're thinking they're going to somehow get the same time frames.
well, it's like one of the story of Atlantis was I can't remember which dude wrote about it. Maybe like Aristotle. I'm just going to throw it. I'm just going to throw a name out.
It wasn't Aristotle.
No, but
certain of
no.
that
Well, it was one of the famous Greek philosophers. Like you'd know who, like maybe, or maybe just a storyteller like Homer, but someone that you would know the name of, famous, who came up, like was telling the story of Atlantis, and it's set 9,000 years before their time. How are you supposed to? I don't know what happened 90 years ago, let alone
Stories.
9,000. Yeah,
And aliens.
but
They
they're
had
telling.
hard drives.
But they're telling this story as a fact. It's not meant to be a what do you call it? It's not meant to be just be a story.
That's like us telling a story that's a fact about Jesus.
Yeah, but that's
2,000
also
years ago.
Yeah, and
So long ago.
totally crazy. You're not undermining my point. It's
I'm adding to it. Okay, cool.
but like 9,000 years. That's such a long time to be talking about something as if it like happened when you've got no evidence for it.
Well, they might have at that point.
You think
Here's a funny
you think
thought,
2,000 years ago they had geological evidence or archaeological evidence for things that happened 9,000 years ago?
I think here's a really fun thought.
That
to
would be
think about,
11,000 years ago.
right? Imagine if we got hit with something that would wipe everything out. Now, imagine we had a massive flood and then it dried up. So, like, took all our electronical devices, all our memory things, photos, hard drives, phones, computers, all that shit, leaves it in a desert for 2,000 years. How much of it's left? Probably none of it. Like, it all disintegrates and goes back to dust, yeah?
I think
So then you go...
we've got pottery from like 7,000 BC.
Yeah, but that's because
So-
it's pottery, 'cause it's clay. But I'm talking about, like, if we use the shit we've got now, like cameras,
There are
computer
fucking
hard-
diamonds in our phones. Like definitely
Yeah, so
some
the-
of it is
the
going to be preserved.
They're diamonds, but not the memories.
Not the
the
memories,
things
but we're
that
going to have
information.
we may not know what the phone is for, but we're going to have archaeological evidence
Yeah, but
of this time. Like there's going to be a
you
fuckload.
won't be able to figure out exactly what we know, right?
No, but
So-
that's my point. Like if you have a story from 9,000 years,
They had hard drives.
they didn't have hard drives, Darcy.
We don't know that.
This is they didn't have hard drives.
But it's a possibility.
Okay,
Maybe aliens were flying in and being like, look, here's videos of shit. And then they just bailed. And then took all the hard drives with them.
okay. If that's the case,
It's possible.
if that's the case, okay, my brain has just
You're like, why is he such an
fried.
asshole?
No, I'm just like, I can't, like, it's just like, it's doing this. It's like the cogs have,
I've got you in a spot of stumpage.
yes. I can't, because my whole thing is that they couldn't possibly have any meaningful data from 9,000 years ago. So obviously it's something that they made up fairly recently.
They could have.
It's not to say that that never happened. It's just to say that the information is inaccurate.
You believe that
it's
they
so out.
You believe
there.
that they didn't have any access to 9,000-year-old data because we have no proof of it now. Doesn't mean it didn't exist.
Okay, but they had proof of other things that would have been fairly concurrent, like contemporary to what they're talking about, not of any floods.
Also, there has been lots of wars over time where they destroy things.
Yes, that's true. They destroy whole cities.
They could have destroyed a city of hard drives. And then now they don't exist. And then all that 9,000-year-old data is just gone.
What were we talking about? Determinism and getting up and punching people? What was that? What was that thing?
Do you know what I reckon we could use determinism as? I've been thinking about this and it kept coming back into my head. Mm-hmm. You can use determinism and astrology as a great way to explain each other.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
astrology is for people that believe their destiny is in the right place, and determinism is for people that are smart that believe their destiny is in the right place.
Yeah. Oh man, I used to love astrology because I loved.
Determinism?
No, I hated determinism, but I thought astrology was like advice. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
if you can see into the future, these are the patterns of what might happen, but you can change it. And I thought that was so great. And then I don't know who pointed it out to me, but someone just pointed out the obvious of, okay, so you're born in November. Your twin brother is also born on November, on the same day, at the same time. Are you similar? I'm like, no, not at all. Do you have the same lives? Fuck no, not at all. Do the same things happen to you? Thematically even, on a daily basis? Not remotely. It's like, so, do you think astrology is real? Like, no.
That is a really good argument for it, to be against it.
I,
It's probably the best argument to be against astrology I've ever heard.
well, yes.
I haven't
credit
heard a
it
better
to
one than
me.
that.
Woo!
That's maybe the best. I don't think I've heard a better one.
Thanks. I'm so glad. If nothing's come out of this podcast but
we
that,
can
then
instantly dismiss astrology with twins.
yeah. Maybe not some like identical twins, but that's more a case for genetics than astrology.
Yeah, but if you, as you're saying, you had a twin brother and
Yeah.
everything was completely different. You're like, oh, astrology can't be real.
No, cannot.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything you need to promote?
When will this be out?
Thursday morning.
I've got Fluffy Duck next Thursday.
In a week?
Yes.
Well, if you know the date, say the date.
No, I will need.
That'll be the 7th or the 8th.
Oh no, yeah, 7. I'm totally off
The 8th.
with my dates.
The 8th. Well, while you're figuring your dates out.
Oh, then the 9th. The 9th.
Right, there we go. Oh, it's a day off.
On the 9th, I've got Fluffy Duck
At the court.
at the court. And then on the 10th, I have Windmill Comedy at the Old Mill.
In South Perth.
Yes. And, the Comic-Con's in my diary. That's fun. How exciting. Do you do Comic-Con?
No, sometimes. If it's something really cool, but not really.
And then on the 15th, a week later, Wednesday night, I'll be at the Breezes Comedy Club at All Malt Brewing in Mandurah.
Mandurah.
So that's
Directly after that, the 19th of May at Indie Bar, Scarborough, for Hot Mics. It's going to be fun.
Woohoo!
And 31st again at All Malt on a Friday night by this time instead of a Wednesday.
nice.
So come check them out. I've got nothing else to say.
Yeah. I don't have anything. Thanks for letting me rant. My throat is so dry from talking.
It's water there.
I know, but I was too busy talking to drink.
I tried to split it up for you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me rant at you.
No problems. Catch you, cunts.
See ya. Bye-bye.
If you're still listening, you're a legend. Thank you very much for being here. Again, follow the other links that are up there or in the bio. You'll be able to look them up. Any kind of extra info is in that bio too. If you do me a favor and leave a review, comment, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, it'd be awesome. Thanks.